Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to show you some ideas with the Hippie bus die set that's new to the shop, and here it is. And then there is also a background, a 5x7-inch background called Retro Rainbow Background, and I will be using that as well. And as you see, again, the same thing I always do, I created this base that makes it easier for me to know where I have to glue everything down. They all kind of click into place, if that makes sense. And I die cut, well, I did not die cut all these colors from the whole panel. I did not die cut because I knew that I wasn't gonna need all that, and also because I don't want to waste paper if I don't have to. So I actually kind of fussy cut the shapes and then die cut each one of these separately, except for the light minty color, because that obviously I die cut the whole panel. And maybe there is an easier way to go about this, but I just really prefer to add each little piece one by one and use liquid glue. I feel like this gives me the most precise results. So, and even then maybe not quite precise. And then I am going to show you how I did the buses. These also, when you die cut them, they will fall apart into many smaller pieces, but I already put them together here on the press and seal. And now, it's a very simple shape, so I can just easily fussy cut around this. I wanted, again, to create a base for my other die cuts, the colorful ones, and I don't have an outline die, obviously, because if I had, then again, the whole die set would have cost twice as much. But I do have, it is an outline, but it's not the exact size as this one. It's a little bit larger. So you can create, you can also use that for a card base or like a base for your little bus, or you can use it as or create a card base with it. But that was the idea, and I will also make a card like that, so a shaped card. It's just going to be a little larger than this. And then I die cut the bus from a few different colors so I could create more. And all of these color schemes that I'm using for my cards in the new release, for me, they are kind of retro vintage look. And so instead of the Volkswagen sign here, I created a flower and also a peace sign. So you can use whichever you prefer. And then there's the windshield wipers and the little mirrors. So it's not a ton of pieces. So it's very easy to put together, and also it doesn't take ages. So I like things like that. And this one comes from the Flower Power sentiment set, and my idea was here because I kind of felt like that panel was just, the background panel was a bit too simple. So I'm adding my peace, love, music sentiment to the two side pieces. I know how that sounds, sorry, but you know what I mean, the left and right. And I'm going to fill those two pieces up with the sentiment. And as you can see, they don't make sense if you see them this way, but basically I just, if you put together the two pieces, then they should read peace, love, music like continuously and repeated. And here at the bottom, because I have space on the top and on the sides. I thought it would look stupid if I just trim off the bottom at the edge. So I'm kind of trimming off the letters in a way that there's a little bit of a space. So there you go. You can see that they read peace, love, music. And I will glue this on top of the previous panel. So it's just going to add a little bit more dimension, but that was actually not my goal. This was the whole thing was an afterthought, but I just thought maybe this would look more interesting. And I used the same color, the mint color, for this because I didn't want to add another color to the sides. Now here is that outline die or die cut, what I mentioned earlier. You will see it's a tiny little bit bigger than the bus itself, and I'm adding some foam tape here so that I have a bit more dimension, and I will try to center this onto that outline. So you can see it's just a little bit larger than the van. And now I'm adding more foam tape to that shape as well. So I have an even more dimensional focal point here. And in this case, I kind of use this background as a road. And in the next example, more like it looks like a corner, if that makes sense. Like a parking spot or something like that, in my imagination anyway. So here I will add the sentiment, first of all layered. So there's 2 layers of the letters. So they look more like a chipboard. And it's just gonna be like a funky look there at the top. And again, the third example is going to be a shaped card. And for the, I always prepare this the same way. I just add a folding line here, which I know is not called folding, but now it's on the tip of my tongue, but okay, it will come to me later. A score line. And that part I add liquid glue to, and then you can just open the card that way. And in fact, it will also stand up on its own if that's if you want to display it, for example. And that's it. And what I then, that was also an afterthought, I have some enamel dust that fit these colors, and just so that I add a little bit more dimension, I added some of these to the lamps. And I did not, I did not care if it's the right color in a way, like it's a lamp color or not. I just added colors that are in the color scheme. So, now I have a nice little addition there. And I did this for all of my buses, and also here on the for the flower center. And that's all the embellishments that I'm adding basically. So that's it for these cards. Pretty simple, but I hope you will like these. You can create your custom van or bus that you never bought for yourself. I mean, I think this is a dream for many of us. I mean, the real one, not the paper one, but at least you can afford the paper one. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.